Professor Mirror, size queen for the new millennium. I said it. I said it. Thank you. Okay, we're not gonna miss it. I'm not gonna miss it. No, I'm not gonna miss it. I'm not gonna miss it this time. I missed it. But we gotta zoom in on the face. Look on over, come on over, come. Okay, we need to keep moving. No, come back! There you are. No, you noodle! Oh my god. Oh, paint me like one of your French models or whatever the line is. Look at the... Oh, that's a butthole. Is that supposed to be its face, you all? Because that's obviously a cat butt. What the f***? You know, I leave for a few generations of Pokemon, and by that I mean everything since first gen. And suddenly we got cat assholes. I don't know anymore, you guys. Apparently we're collecting booties when we sticker this booty up. Sticker this booty up is a thing I just said on my stream in front of you all. Let's go art the shit out of some butt pics. You all, that caption. You all, that caption. Okay, here's the really important question. Do we think we can make this spiral small enough to be his nose? Maybe. Maybe, though. That looks like his asshole. Oh my god. I'm so sorry. Get rid of it. Get rid of it. Which, like, feels like it's using the architecture of the butt less. I think it's because of the perspective. Like, the sticker is flat and the ass is curving. Sorry, I forgot what we were doing for a minute. Okay, now I will say, the butt face on this one... The face on this butt... I am not a popsicle seller, nor am I some unimportant fidget spinner. I am your mother. Now help me collect some more soda bread. I love you. When in disgrace with pickles and men's eyes, I all alone bereap my freezing state, and trouble deaf heaven with my volcanoless cries, and facepalm upon myself and curse my fate, wishing me like to one more rich in hope. Featured like him with vaccines possessed, desiring this man's hand-drawn turtle sticker and that man's churro, with what I most enjoy, contented least. Yet in these chicharrones, myself almost despising, haply I fawn on thee. And then my state, like to the chupacabra at break of day, arising from running earth, sings hymns at heaven's gate. For thy sweet love remembered, such boat brings, that then I scorn to change my paintbrush with kings. Friends, Romans, sporks, lend me your fingernails. If nature's sovereign mistress over scabies, as thou goest onward, still will assuage thee back. She stews thee to this purpose, that her skill may porcupine's disgrace and wretched minutes kill. Yet fear her, O thou icicles of her pleasure. Now is the sausage biscuit of our discontent.
Pick up your gear and open your chests. Throw on your armor and head out on a quest. Hey, hey. It's a brand new day. On the South Coast, your allies will help with blades and bows and magic as well. Hey, hey. Heroes on their way. Fighting together against overwhelming odds. Fighting together in favor of multiple gods. Idle champions of the forgotten realms. Idle champions, adventure never ends. Idle champions, get your wallet there. Idle champions, you will say it again. Idle champions.
Hello. I had to check all my mute places. Hi, everybody. I'm O'Kenny. I'm DM Jazzy Ends. With me tonight.
Hi, I'm Karin, and I play Kit on The Last Refuge.
Yeah. And we're here for episode 5. After this episode, we're halfway through the season.
That is shocking.
What?
I can't believe that.
We only
I
have 5
refuse
episodes
to
left.
believe that.
Well, you and me both, to be honest. Yeah, we've only got 5 episodes left after tonight. That's wild.
Yeah.
Real quick, for those of you who are just here and meant to take these off. For those of you that were just here and saw the video, we are back to having they're right here actually. Right here. We're back to having chess codes from Idle Champions of the Forgotten Realms if you play. And also we have that nifty little video with that ridiculously catchy song. So we're grateful to them. If you need the code during the episode, you can hit !code into chat. Don't worry, there'll be plenty of people coming through doing just that, starting in about 23 minutes, which is fine. We're going to make the best of it. It's going to be fine. We're still going to have a great time with this episode. Okay, what are we telling them about this episode?
I mean, I feel like the title kind of speaks for itself. Like, I don't know what there is specifically to tell them that's not already hinted at.
That is a good point. Close Encounters of the Beast kind. Yeah. What do you all think is going to happen tonight? The Power Ranger-esque Idle Champion theme won me over, to be honest. I'm telling you. Idle Champions. It's so good. Hey, Rafiki, welcome in. Probably a shopping episode, too. Yeah, that's exactly it, Seven.
Yeah.
Apropos of absolutely nothing, but Seven, I am in the portion of my Star Trek view through where 7 of 9 has just joined has just been brought aboard Voyager. I wouldn't say she's joined the crew yet, and it made me think of you. That's all. The pun game is strong tonight. We're doing our best. They have some pancakes. Oh, Shimmy thinks you guys are going to have pancakes.
I mean, yeah.
Have you ever had pancakes? You've only had breakfast once in the last 3.5 years in game, and that was bird, lizard, bacon, and eggs, or lizard, bird, bacon, and eggs. So,
to be honest, the only TLR food conversation that is coming to mind is that horrible bird. That horrible bird dish that we talked about.
Yes, that's why. Ortolan. Oh yes, oh my God, I forgot all about that conversation. Yeah. How dare you?
You blocked it from your memory.
And I was the one who brought it up.
Yes. And then after we had that conversation, I kept reading books that would reference it.
Oh no!
And I was like, what is happening?
Oh no, I ruined everything. I changed the multiverse for you. I'm so sorry. Oh, my shirt is definitely keying out a little bit in my green screen.
Just a bit.
It's really fun.
It's kind of a fun pattern though, if you had little metallic.
Yeah, well, you know what? I'm gonna show them what you're seeing, because they're not seeing what you're seeing of me. So this is what Karin is seeing, everyone, and she's seeing the fun little dice patterns in my shirt. So that's super fun. You are back now. There we go. I'll do that. It's less distracting. Myself is made of Hey, Sandu, welcome in. What else? You all
Roland. Oh, so also Alex messaged me this morning to request which section he wanted for this week's teaser tweet, and then Twitter broke. So, and then he was at a callback, so I don't think he's fixed. So we didn't tweet a teaser this week. Sorry, everyone. But the teaser moment that he requested is the moment where I call for initiative for the first time this season, 5 episodes in. Oh, Robert's here. Slot does Robert go into? Robert goes into this slot. Let me slot him in and we'll say hello to Robert. But anyway, yeah. So you all didn't get a little teaser of the moment in which I call for initiative. All right, Robert, I'm bringing you on. I don't know if I think you can hear me, so I'm bringing you on screen now. I hope that's okay. Hi.
Hey, how's it going?
Good, how are you? You made it.
I did make it with 20 minutes to spare.
Hell yeah. Better than that damn Alex who's taking his damn time at that audition like that's important.
I did hear your last comment about our tweet not going out and our social media manager.
Well, to be fair, what I assume happened is he thought he tweeted it, and then immediately went into town for this audition and did not notice that Twitter had shat the bed. So I think it's mostly back now. I don't know. I took my life into my hands and tweeted like, "Does this work?" ? It didn't, fortunately. It would have looked like a, let's say, older, less technologically savvy person that I will not ascribe an age to. Like Googling in their Twitter feed. How to tweet. Send. Just that's how I type too. There's also how Turtle Lydia swims. Yeah. It's so good when everyone on screen does it. I don't know why it delights me so much, but it does.
There's something about it.
There is something about it.
That's our new jazz hands. It's just completely.
I just saw Masha's comment about the Ortolan. That dinner with the Ortolan made me audibly go, "Wait, what?" when it was happening. Hey, Jordan, welcome in. Yes, yeah.
Yeah, I had the same reaction, I think, on the recording.
Yeah, me too. That wasn't anything I suggested.
Yeah, you did not know that was coming. Brian, thank you for that resub. Hi, welcome. I'm glad you're here. Hi. Yeah, why did we talk about that? It doesn't matter.
I don't remember. I just remember that it was horrifying.
Yeah.
That's what I remember.
Yeah. Yeah. What else? I was doing the podcast audio for this episode today, and the podcast is fully 2 minutes and 39 seconds shorter because when you're watching a video, and I apologize in advance to all of you who often do what I do on actual play live shows, and who tend to leave this on and just listen. Silences are quite interesting when you can see people doing things, and they are not at all interesting when there's just silence and no visual. So I cut over the course of a 55-minute episode, I cut 2.5 minutes of silence. That's what happens when you all start rolling dice and having to do math and stuff and thinking about strategy.
Maybe next time you can just like whisper, like insert happy face or sad face or confused face onto the podcast, and then maybe the listeners can imagine it.
So just do like a director's cut of the podcast audio where I just comment on.
I think that sounds definitely great and not like a lot of extra work for you.
Yeah, well, what I definitely would be excited for is having to watch or listen through the entire episode yet another time in my prep process for these. Because y'all, if you think I don't have every word of these episodes memorized by the time I finish captioning them and listening to the same 2.5 second chunk 84 times. So yeah, let me listen to it one more time.
Yeah. Sounds what you need. It sounds like you're really excited about the idea.
Yeah, I mean, listen, it's a good thing we're funny, is all I'm gonna say.
Are we moving up, getting an editor for season 2, like from the 20th position on our to-do list?
I don't know why you think that is anywhere but at the top of my list. I really don't. I did have I haven't told you all this yet. So it was announced, well, I guess it was last week now, that I'm on Taking Initiative Season 3. And I got added to the public Discord for Taking Initiative. And there were some very nice TI community folks in there who were very excited. Who that is? Shimmy, thank you for those gift subs. Oh, thanks. There were some very nice people who welcomed me in and said how excited they were that I was going to be on this season, and then immediately started asking questions about Last Refuge. And it was really sweet. One person was like, now that it's over, when do we get the campaign book? Which I hesitate to say in your presence, but anyway.
Well, I think that's why we're doing a season 2, right? So we can kick that can down the road.
I mean, listen, if doing a campaign 2 kicks that can down the road, then I will say here and now that we can do a campaign 2.
Hey,
7. Thank you so much. Oh, you started a hype train. Oh, thanks, 7. Yeah, y'all heard it here. I will start a campaign 2 before I write. But that's not. But I want to do both of those things.
Yeah.
They're just both a lot.
Yeah.
Which is kind of what I told the person in that Discord. I was like, it is a thing that we have talked about. It is a thing that we would like to do. It is not a thing we are currently doing. But yeah, it was very nice to find out we had so many crossover fans in that Discord who have been listening to us for some of them for a long time. So that was nice.
Well, they're gonna really be tuned into this episode with.
I mean,
have we talked about the episode? No, or yes?
Well, so our thing was sort of like the title kind of says it all.
Oh, great.
They encounter the beast, and in D&D, encounter tends to have a very. What is that noise?
What is that noise?
Oh, Mathsha, thank you so much for the bits. I have never heard that sound before, but thank you so much for the bits, Mathsha. I appreciate you. Thanks for kicking that hype train up.
This might be a silly question, but as someone who's not on Twitch,
My favorite.
What are bits? Like what?
They're capitalism Scooby snacks. They capitalist snacks. No, they're little bits of, they're little ways. I mean, okay, so as a streamer who receives bits, a bit is a penny, basically.
Oh, okay, got it.
They cost a little bit more than that, and they're Twitch's way of getting their hand on the ball when viewers want to send money to their streamers outside of subscribing, is the truth of the matter. But I will say also, however, the return on investment there, the amount of money that you all pay to get the bits is and the amount that I then get when you cheer in my channel, like those amounts are much closer together than they could be. And in fact are, if you are, I don't want to discourage anyone from subscribing to the channel, but y'all know that's a 50-50 split, right? So just being transparent.
Yeah.
So yeah, bits are little
transparency.
donation things, but a lot of us like, fake money. That's what they is. I mean, maybe to you. Oh, that's right, 7. We also verified that tonight is based on the title of the episode, a shopping episode, wherein totally. They, according to I think Shimmy, they get pancakes.
Oh,
yeah,
cute.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it sounds really fun. Honestly,
I mean,
it sounds like a great episode.
Really, really on brand for us.
Yes.
Is that gonna go with the pieces of Wilbur that they found last episode?
Oh, there's our bacon!
How dare you, Robert? I cannot believe this.
I will say, when we first found Wilbur, the island pig, I sent several messages on Slack of being like, we need a whole subplot with this pig.
He did.
We just didn't have time.
And then we killed it. But he did. Wilbur had a very vibrant life until he didn't. That's
actually the campaign book we're going to release.
Yeah, it's the secret life of Wilbur.
Congratulations. Announced here.
Oh, what have I done? What have I done? Turns out there's a Waffle House on the Central Island. Yes. Let's see what else about tonight's episode.
It's a little crunchy.
It is crunchy. I will be interested to see how it feels flow wise, because because it's a combat episode, right? Like, no spoilers. I don't think that we haven't already spoiled. It is not entirely, but largely a combat episode. But I think we are either entertaining enough or you all are frustrated enough in this episode and in future episodes that I think it's good content. I think it's fun to watch.
I will say, I remember my frustration level only increased from this point. Like,
Oh,
I
for
think
sure.
during this episode, I'm kind of like, "Meh, let's see what happens.
Well, because
And
you
then-
took to this episode the way that Robert and I intended, which was figure stuff out. Meanwhile, I have never typed fuck so many times as when I was captioning Lydia specifically this episode. That's not true. I type fuck all the time. But
Alex's face goes through a journey during this entire episode.
yeah, I really enjoyed also captioning things like Alex laughs with, or Flick laughs with despair.
Aw.
Thank you all for that hype train. I appreciate y'all. Yeah, so I think it's entertaining. I think it'll be just fine. Just do a campaign 2 Rosencrantz and Guildenstern are dead style, but with Sniv and the other kobolds.
I love it.
I love it too.
I love it.
Yes, some do. Yes. Yes.
I also remember, because this is the last episode of the day when we recorded.
That's true.
The feeling
so tired.
after this episode when we all went back to the Airbnb. And there's an
Yeah, so
interesting
we should talk about that after tonight. Alex should be here by then. And we should, because you two in particular, Karin and Alex, so we should talk a little bit about that, about what that
You
was
wanna
like
talk-
after tonight.
Yeah, if you want to talk about things getting crunchy, it was after this episode.
Yeah.
It was,
After this
oh,
episode and after some drops, although we won't be able to talk about it until after next episode.
that's true. That's a good point. Yeah, so, well, I don't want to spoil too much, but yeah, you all did get some advance notice of things because I saw how hard you were planning and wanted to not dump too much on you in the moment. So yeah, I guess we could talk a little bit about it after tonight, and then next week we'll really be able to talk more about it.
Yeah.
Tonight we'll just talk about that nice feeling after this episode when you killed the beast in one shot.
Then-
and,
yeah. And
Yeah.
it exploded in confetti, and
and it was a bunch of bits,
it
apparently.
was a bunch of it's a bunch of capitalism snacks. We've been watching a lot of
She's
Scooby Doo
not
lately.
visiting me.
Oh,
I'm gonna see if I can get her to say it hello. on the
Yes, we love a
screen.
stream kitty.
Yeah.
No, she's already
Nope.
halfway out the door.
Bye.
She said, "You're gonna put me on video?
Not without
I
a contract,
do
you're not."
consent."
That's right. Capitalism snacks is my new favorite term. We were watching all Scooby Doo. I don't know what to tell you. What else? We have about 7 minutes.
I don't think of anything. I mean, I will also say, I'll note it here, although
Okay.
no one's going to do this because no one knows what to keep watch for. But if in the future you go back and rewatch this episode, there are things in this episode that Eugenio and I were
Oh.
tracking that are only relevant later when you know why. That was real bananas. in this
Robert.
first episode.
Nobody is going to track that from this week to next.
Yeah, but
Because-
I'm talking to future people who rewatch this episode because they really love D&D combat, and they're like,
Wait a minute,
Are you
but
saying this to me though, so I can
Yeah.
watch it and just like
Oh,
feel the fumes
that's
coming
true.
off the top of my
yes, you
face.
should, because there is a moment
you
where
should.
you all almost figured out
yeah.
one of the things that we then told you in later episodes accidentally in this episode.
Because it's real easy. I mean, to accidentally trigger.
Well, and that was
well-
okay. We should not talk about this.
This is the
No,
future.
this is
future.
It's getting too crunchy.
Will you do it for a capitalism snack? How about 2 capitalism snacks? So in the episode of completely unrelated, because I refuse to talk about this now because I feel bad. The episode that we most recently watched, they addressed that whole thing. So we're watching Be Cool Scooby Doo, which is from like the mid 2010s, I think. And in the last episode, Fred kept like bargaining with Scooby and Shaggy, being like, will you go do this dangerous thing if I give you 2 Scooby snacks? And the whole time Velma was like, this doesn't feel ethical. This feels like not okay. That is a date. This is a snack. I'm not. And at the end of the episode, Scooby and Shaggy were like, we do all this shit anyway. We just get fed for it now. So I felt a lot better about that little joke convention.
Yeah.
All capitalism snacks are not organic nor cruelty free. Oh.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. It's coming. It's coming. There it is. You all couldn't hear it, but I just played a sad trombone in the chat.
Oh, okay. I was like, what's coming?
What?
I keep forgetting that you all can't hear my desktop audio, so I will narrate it for you. So the other thing I'm gonna do. Oh, you know what? Maybe we will do this. So I'm just thinking through the fact that at 7:30 on the dot, we're going to get a wash of people coming in and hitting the code command. So I think what I will do, and I'll do this in the future too, so I won't play it in the opening videos, but we will, so we are, if you weren't here when I mentioned this earlier, we are back with codes from Idle Champions of the Forgotten Realms for chess codes. And they also sent us this great little video with this very catchy tune that I played at the very top of the stream. But I will play that right at 7:30 to buy us 59 seconds of code calling. And then we'll get into that episode. Also, they're in the same OBS scene, so it's just easier for me to do both. First ingredient, mechanically separated alive chick. Jesus Christ. They're making a recipe for the capitalism snacks now, and it is what a good Vanna White. Oh, thanks, Mike. I need Bizdira here. Oh, that's Bria and Biz. You see, even now I don't know your names. Even now I don't know your names. All right. Oh, I sound like Lydia at the end of this day. Oh, y'all, her voice. There are moments where Sam must hear me throughout the day if he's around. There are moments where I will go back and forth between being like, Lydia, talk into the microphone. And then also there are moments where I'm like, oh my God, Lydia, please stop talking. Your voice is so shot. Poor thing. She had such laryngitis this day. It was better day 2, as I recall.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah. Anything else about this episode that they should
Not that we could talk about this.
look out for?
moment.
I
I'm
know.
So excited afterwards.
I know.
Although I won't be here. I'll be playing D&D. But
5.5 years, they still can't keep the character name straight. Listen.
Yeah. I mean, next campaign,
Listen.
everyone's gonna start with the same letter.
Next campaign, what? Oh my God, no. Everyone has to have names, the first letters of which are separated by at least 6 other letters. Thank you, Sundu. Oh, that was a fucking nightmare. I could write a book about the things I hear you shout while editing, but don't. Should we anticipate more poop jokes? There is a single poop joke in this episode, and it upsets me. Not that there's only one, but that there is one. And you all know I was not upset by the poop jokes the week before. It's just this one. I was like, this isn't the moment, so I'm going to ignore you. Oh, for heaven's sake. All right, let me make sure I have the Idle Champs video. Go ahead. Yeah, I know you would have. I know you would have. Okay, that's what I'm looking for. My character command is a Devon, a Dar, and a Dassy, and I fucking hate them. No, Seeker. Tell them no. I don't ever like to. Oh, you all are all muted because I hit the wrong button. There we go. You all are allowed to come up with whatever creative bullshit you want for your backstory. I'll homebrew a subclass for you, but your names have to be different.
Nope.
But that takes all the fun out of it.
Yeah,
All
exactly.
the air is out of the whole campaign.
Okay, we're going to watch this Idle Champions video and then start episode 5, you nasties.
Yeah.
All right, this episode's about 55 minutes long, so we'll see you in about an hour. Enjoy the episode, everybody. Bye.
Pick up your gear and open your chests. Throw on your armor and head out on a quest. Hey, hey. It's a brand new day. On the slow coast, your allies will help with blades and bows and magic as well. Hey, hey. Heroes on their way. Fighting together against overwhelming odds. Fighting together in favor of multiple gods. Idle champions of the forgotten realms. Idle champions, adventure never ends. Idle champions, get your wall and there. Idle champions, you will say it again. Idle champions.
Welcome to this week's episode of The Last Refuge. I'm your friendly neighborhood dungeon master, DM Jazzy Hands. With me, I have
Zadira. Kid.
Bria.
and Flick. Last week, the crew scouted the heart of the world and they found the beast. They finally saw it, this enormous, mile-plus long, amorphous, fluid form, elemental creature. It's a little off in the distance. They've seen it. It hasn't answered a ton of questions yet, but that's coming. What is the crew's plan for their first encounter? Will they test the waters slowly and carefully? Or is this the last refuge? Let's find out. Hey, y'all. Hey.
Oh my gosh.
I want to start this week by pointing out that unfortunately Taryn cannot join us because she fell into the river Ushrog.
Typical.
Oh, that was a good one.
So our heart goes out to all of the other denizens of the river who had to help her out. How we doing? We're gonna keep it brief, but like, let's get. How you feeling? What are you thinking? What's going on?
In one word, how's everyone feeling?
Nervous.
Well, I was going to say...
Nobody said it with me. That was not good.
I thought we were doing one by one.
I thought it was like...
I thought it was just
I
going to
thought
be
it was all
nervous,
joke.
nervous.
Right, got it.
Yeah. There's also a little excitement in there, but...
Yeah, right?
I'm punchy.
I was going to say, you
Punchy.
finally get to fight something.
I'm punchy in all areas
Forms
of the
of the
way.
word.
Yeah, all forms of the word punchy. I
Absolutely.
am punchy.
Yeah, it's been a day.
Also,
so
like,
we have.
I could use a drink. I'm just saying.
Carl.
Like,
We'll go ahead and tell the listeners and viewers. So we have recorded this entire season up to this point today. Once again, and I said this in episode 1, and I will say it now, and I'll probably say it in 6 and 10, which we're shooting tomorrow. But like, oh my God, the hugest thank you to Podcast Place and to Solomon, our producer here. Like we have been marathoning these things, y'all. I gave us 10-minute breaks between episodes and a 1-hour lunch. And other than that, we have been recording D&D. So thank you all. Thank you, Robert. Thank you, Ushrog. And thank you, and thank you, Solomon, because I put us together with an ambitious schedule, but I knew we wanted to get through this and we wanted to be able to do it, and we're together, which is exciting.
Amazing.
So
Let's rock it.
we still all haven't been together. All of us.
all right, well, that's just depressing. Let's play D&D.
Let's keep going.
Starting this on a down note, we can only go up from there.
Yeah, fair
right.
enough.
I don't know about that.
Let's play.
I mean,
Okay.
things could get worse.
You know.
So, you all, at the end of last week, you saw the beast. You saw it eat the biggest purple worm you have ever seen in your entire lives. You saw it fly up into the sky. You saw this amorphous figure with a phoenix's wings and a leviathan's face and a turtle tail and I'm running out of body parts. Anyway, you could see all of the pieces of those elder elementals that you had the visions of in that cave for episode 200. And you know that this creature is the result of whatever it is that the people of that era did to capture those 4 devastating creatures.
Right.
And there's nothing for it but to go after it, because that's what you're here for.
Yeah.
So you've made your way through the landscape. You've avoided more quicksand and corpsent and magma fields and polar vortexes. And you're close. You're several hundred feet away, so not close enough to engage yet, but close enough that you can see this creature, and it has landed on the ground again, and it doesn't seem to be moving. Maybe it's digesting, maybe it's finishing the worm. But at least for the moment, it's on the ground and relatively stationary, and you can hardly fathom the size. I mean, a mile-long, individual-ish creature. What do you do?
Run screaming.
Sure, fair enough, yeah.
Yeah, the two options.
band
You go toward or away.
Yeah.
Bad practice.
Have band practice.
practice.
Oh my god.
So 3 options.
Yeah, 3 options.
We gotta get closer, unfortunately. That's my first instinct. I think if we are at the edge of this sort of gigantic crater clearing field, something or other.
Well, so you're a little ways away. You're several miles from the crater where it emerged. And to be super clear, that was where it was slumbering. Right?
Sure.
And when it emerged, it left this enormous hole in the ground. What I will also say is you saw no evidence of an arcanium there, or a node, or you all know it was originally imprisoned in something that looked like the 4 nodes, but much larger. You saw no evidence of it. Let me have perception checks from all of you, please, actually, before we start positioning and all of that. Bizdira?
12.
Okay. Is that passive or did you roll a 12?
I both.
Great, I love it. Kit,
22.
Flick,
26.
and Bria.
17.
Kit and Flick, you see as this creature, it may be stationary, but it is still shifting. And you see the heart of the world, clearly why this island is called that. You see this crystal, and it is inside of this beast. Sometimes part of it comes to the surface, and you can see it more clearly, but it is clearly a part of the creature itself.
Wait for us to catch up with
Yeah,
it.
no, I see you all typing, and I can't tell you how my heart warms. It only took 252 episodes.
For
some of you,
us.
yes.
For
Yes.
me. Specifically me.
All right, so Flick, you said approach, which seems like the only option. Are we approaching ready to engage?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
I'm not speaking for the group, but
I mean, like, with a creature that size, like, how it's not really gonna know. Like, we're basically ants to it, so we can kind of sneak up on it, right?
It spent the past 14 months making a magnifying glass.
Very good. Very good.
Nice throwback.
what say you, Kit?
Thank you, thank you.
I think that if we are here to test our mettle, let's say, and see what is going to affect the creature, we should be ready to attack it. Because otherwise, what are we doing here?
Right.
Well, yeah, I think I meant not with like, are we trying to surprise it? Or are we
Oh.
just trying to like lob stuff at it and see what goes?
That one.
Okay.
Lob stuff at it. See what happens.
I only say not immediately because I would like to get maybe, I don't know, 60 feet away from it to see exactly what else is going on. But if that's too close, because as you said, we are ants to this thing, so
We are
60
ants to
feet
this
compared to like a mile-long creature is a mere like
But
shift, right? Physically.
But that means that we can sneak up 60 feet behind it.
Behind it, above it.
If it's a mile long, then we might not even get an acknowledgement from its head.
Well, you remember that its heads are in different places all the time.
That is
So
fair.
to identify the front or back of it is difficult.
Can we find the poop chute?
All right, so why don't we go ahead, and you all are going to approach, and it sounds like you're going to start trying to examine it and lobbing things at it. So, for the first time this season, let's roll initiative.
Oh.
Oh, no.
I think it's important to note that Flick now has advantage on initiative, which is, let's say it together, his worst nightmare.
Yeah, you were gifted Talanis's Bow of Warning, and so you've been carrying that great gift for some time. Yeah. Bizdira, what'd you get?
I got an 18.
Hey, okay. Flick?
I did too. Who wants to go first?
You obviously.
Yeah, obviously. Okay.
That's fine.
Kit, what'd you get?
A 7.
A 7. And Bria?
I want to go first. I got a 19.
Ooh, all right, Bria. Well, the beast got a 25, but you are correct in thinking that at the moment, at least, it's not particularly aware of or interested in you. So, Bria, you're up first.
All right, so I'm just gonna go ahead and attack.
I don't know if you're joking, but like, sure.
I am joking.
Okay.
No, I think so. Are we just saying at this point that we are within that 60-foot range of it?
I will say that you can move to within 60 feet with a 30-foot move on this turn. All of you could move
Okay.
30. You're 90. You're all about 90 feet out together.
Okay, I'm just fine for us to all head towards it. I'm not going to prep anything yet.
Okay, so you're moving in to 60 feet and hanging out there. Flick.
He's gonna. No, he was already on his broom, but he's gonna take off on his broom and, as stealthily as possible, try and get 30 feet closer to this thing.
Okay, so what you're going to need to do for that is you're going to roll a stealth check, and you're going to be moving at half speed. So if you want to get the full 30, you're going to use your action to dash to get the full 30.
That's okay. That's all right.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, no, that's not okay.
Okay. Well, make up your mind.
Okay, so I guess I'm just flying up because I need my action.
Yeah, fly up, sure.
And then, so I don't need to make any sort of check. I just get closer to it.
Yeah.
Nah, and then I'm using my hunter's sense to see what else I can find out about
All right.
this beast.
So, one thing at a time. Tell me what hunter sense gives you.
It gives me damage immunities.
Okay. Damage immunities
Mhm.
are poison, and that's it.
That's it.
That's it.
Resistances.
Okay, get ready. Damage resistances. Acid. Cold. Fire. Lightning. Thunder. Bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing from non-magical attacks.
And then any vulnerabilities. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah, no. Anything else?
That is it because it's not. We can see it very clearly. Okay, so that is it.
All right. Well, that was interesting. Let me have you all very quickly make insight checks, please. As Flick presumably shares this with everyone.
Absolutely.
Great.
If we're all together,
Oh, and you've got the telepathic bond going, right? You rolled the percentile for that today. The last, right? You rolled
The- which
telepathic bond.
oh yes,
Yeah. So there you go. Yeah. Okay. Bizdira, what'd you get on insight?
She got a 21.
Amazing. Flick.
rolling insight.
Please.
21.
Okay. Kit.
24.
Ooh, and Bria.
I also got a 21.
Holy shit. Okay.
Yay.
So all of you, very quickly when this comes out, you're surprised at the news that Flick gives you, and things begin to click into place. The fact that it only has 1 damage immunity and it's poison probably means that siphoning the nodes reduced some other elemental immunities to resistances.
Lovely.
There may be other things that also happened and didn't happen, but seems like one of them makes sense that it would be the immunities were not removed, but reduced.
Sure.
All right, Flick, anything as a bonus action?
Not right now.
All right, Bizdira, we're up to you.
Can you help me out with making this thing fail a con save?
Yes.
Oh.
Fail.
Fail.
I can give it disadvantage.
That helps.
Well, hold on. Hold, please.
Hold please. Hold please.
Why don't you go ahead and do what you're going to do, and
Okay.
then we'll figure out how Flick can help you in the moment.
All right. Bonus action. Click the boots.
Okay.
She's going to run up to the beast and
Yeah, I mean, I knew it was coming.
punch it 3 times.
Well, no, you're going to punch it twice because you use your bonus action to click the boots.
Okay, I'm gonna punch it twice, and I am going to use 2 key points to try to stun the beast.
Yeah, well, so you can use those key points as you hit. You can
Right.
choose to use them when you hit.
Okay.
So let's see if you hit first.
I am nervous. I am running
Aw.
up to a mile-long
Aw.
creature to punch it, and a tiny. It's like sticking a toothpick on
I
an
mean, listen,
ogre.
you're a big, strong monk. All right, what'd you
Okay,
get?
I got a 21 to hit.
That does not hit. And when you
Oh my
hit it, when you
God.
strike it, you strike true, but you can see a green light very similar to the beacon light from the eastern node shimmer across it.
Fuck.
Almost as if it has some sort of a shield coming from that node.
Out of all the things.
Just making notes.
Fuck. That is a 24 to hit.
That hits.
Ooh,
Okay.
So a 21,
good. 21 does not hit.
21
24 does.
25. 24 does hit.
Yeah, because I said
24
yes
and
before I realized.
Okay. So, stunning strike
Yeah. Bring it
And
on.
I'm going to give it disadvantage right now.
with 8 points of magical
Magical. That's right.
bludgeoning damage.
That's right. And then con save.
Con save
Disadvantage.
With disadvantage.
with disadvantage, DC 15.
Same thing. That is a 21 to save.
Fucking saves.
All right. Hey, we're starting to learn anything. That's bonus action, and move. So that brings us.
She's booking it back
Interesting.
with the boots.
Yeah.
with
Okay.
disadvantage.
Yeah. No, I wouldn't worry about it. Kit, we're up to you.
Okay. Sure. You know what? I want to stay back wherever I am, not close
Yeah.
up to it.
You're about
and
90 at this point.
I'd like to cast a little ice storm over its fiery wings.
Okay. Yeah, and they're sort of moving around, but they're generally on the top-ish of the,
Yeah,
the creature.
yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely. All right. So I believe
It's a dex save.
it's a dex save. Okay.
Let's see how high it rolls.
It's not going to tell us the number. She's going to tell
We'll get
us.
a sense.
That is a 10 to
Okay,
save,
that does not save.
but it does save.
Oh, okay, it's legendary.
Mhm.
Legendary action.
But you get a sense that, like, it saved by sheer force of will, not for any particularly quick action on its part in that moment.
Not a
Well-
skilled reason.
It is still going to take half damage.
Okay, bring it on.
All right, so that is a whole 5 magical bludgeoning damage,
Okay.
and not very much at all. That's going to be 4 cold damage, which I know reduces
To
to
2.
2.
Yeah. Hey, listen, the only hit point, as B. Dave Walters likes to say, the only hit point that counts is the last one. You do. Oh, yes, you do notice as. Tell me what the spell looks like, and then roll a percentile.
Sure. I slam my staff into the ground, and I think the leaves flutter in the air, and little snowflakes come off of it and whirl around and find their way to the point I've designated, where it starts, hail and sleet just
Yeah,
starts
just-
falling onto the spot that I've pointed out.
I love it. Roll percentile for me.
Alrighty. I think I rolled this already today. A 96.
Yeah, you did. All of a sudden, the rocks on the ground feel super sharp. You all have vulnerability to piercing damage for the next minute.
Watch out.
All of us.
Oh yeah. No, actually not true. You don't.
Right.
You're far enough ahead. You
I'm up in
need
the
to
air.
get within 60 in the air. Or you still are though, because
Okay.
you went to 60, right? And
Yes.
then Bria, you just moved up to 60, but yeah, so just not Bizdira, but the rest of the other 3 of you are vulnerable to piercing.
I won't die from a vine this time.
Kit, you also watch as in the places where the like hail strike, right? You can see that it sort of, it does a little bit of damage. It cuts into whatever parts of the beast there, but then you can see where the cold sort of hits, where the coldness from the storm is. And you watch as in those places, the water leviathan sort of seems to take form in that spot, And as it does, you actually watch as it takes the cold and sort of absorbs it. And you watch a few of the wounds that you caused from the bludgeoning damage close up ever so slightly.
This is
Interesting.
it's rough news.
It's
Anything-
elemental math.
Yes.
Anything else on your turn, Kit?
Not right now.
Okay. Hey, congratulations. You got its attention.
Oh, not what I wanted to hear.
And so the creature begins to sort of shift, and you see you see a firebird's head sort of poke out on your general side of the thing, and it screeches a call. And I need Bizdira to make a dexterity saving throw as this entire creature explodes with fire.
Of course. Dexterity?
Mm-hmm.
That's a 16.
Okay, that is a fail, but you have evasion, so
I
you
do have
take half
evasion.
damage regardless. All right, let's roll up some fire damage.
Oh, and I'm also resistant to that
Great.
as well. 'Cause I have the water weird shard.
30 halved to 15 halved again to 7 fire damage
Beautiful.
as this thing explodes in fire. That is its turn, and we go now to Bria.
Blow out the side of my shirt.
Very good. Flick, you're on deck. Bria.
I am going to do my no. That's not what I wanted to do. Let's have some fun.
Let's do.
I mean, I hope so.
Non-magical. I am gonna cast a new spell,
Okay.
Cloud of Daggers.
Ooh.
Okay. Careful. I think that might be piercing damage, and you all are very vulnerable.
Don't get it close to
Oh
us.
yeah, that's true. I can send it far enough.
Yeah,
away,
yeah. It
whatever.
also might be slashing.
It's a
I don't remember.
mile long.
Yeah, pick a spot.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, great.
Let's have some fun.
Great. What do I need to do with Cloud of Daggers?
Oh wait, sorry, it's brand new.
All right. You fill the air centered on a point. A creature takes it when it's in the area. So nope, it just takes 44 and it's slashing damage. All right, so no roll required.
Excellent.
Nice.
This 4d4 is gonna be what we needed, everyone.
I literally heard 44, not 4d4. And I was like, that's crap damage.
Oh, yes. Okay, so roll up the damage, but before you tell me, roll percentile.
Yeah. 64.
64. Okay. You've done this. This one's happened to I think to Kit before. So you cast this dagger, this cloud of daggers, but then you can't see it because bursting out from Bria is a cloud of fog. And if I'm not mistaken, fog cloud completely obscures vision when you are within it. And so that in a 20-foot radius, so Kit, Flick, and Bria are now functionally blinded. And there's a cloud of fog, 20 feet in radius, centered on Bria at the moment.
Isn't like further up? Or no.
If he was going to be within 20, I mean, you can easily fly
I'm
out of
moving.
it, but
Don't
for
worry
right
about
now,
it.
yeah. All right, Bria, how much was the damage?
Oh, 9.
9. Okay, again, the only hit point that counts is the last one. Okay. Anything else on your turn, Bria?
I'm gonna back out.
Okay, back out of the fog cloud, going straight away from the creature.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, great. I love it. Next up, then, is Flick. Biz, you're on deck.
All right. Well, all of a sudden, I can't see anything.
Yeah.
So I panic. So I go straight up, so that I can see the beast again.
Great. Yeah,
And
absolutely.
using my bonus action, I'm going to designate it as my Slayer's Prey.
Okay,
So that I get
great.
a little extra damage just to see if this works.
Every
And
little
so
bit counts.
he is going to, using his beautiful new longbow, send 2 attacks.
Oh yeah. All right.
This
Arrow. Let's see it.
That That's not going to hit.
Okay.
That is, a 22.
That does not hit.
Okay.
All right, so Flick fires off 2 arrows. One of them goes wide. The other one just sinks almost into the creature and is sort of absorbed and then fired out by that same green sort of shield shape. All right, you're moving up out of the cloud. Action and bonus action, so that brings us to Bizdira. Kit, you're on deck.
Bizdira's going to move back a little bit so that she's still within 150 feet. And
Back a little bit like 5 feet or back a little bit like 50
like
feet?
50 feet.
Okay. You were there next to it and it has spotted you now. It'll have disadvantage.
Boots with disadvantage.
Yeah, but it is going to, a sort of tail of water appears and tries to smack you as you run backwards. The hell number is that? Okay. With disadvantage, it is a 21 to hit.
Sure.
All right. That is going to do. That's an 8. 3 or 10.
Oh, I
10.
don't know. Right. I'm a monk.
All right. That's going to do. That's going to do 11 plus 7, so 18 bludgeoning and 11 cold damage as this tail hits you as you run backwards. Carry on.
You're gonna tell me no on this. I'm gonna cast Searing Sunburst.
Okay.
If it's a save, I only get 1, right?
Yes, basically that is the way it works. Yeah.
All right, what I'm gonna cast Searing Sunburst.
Okay. What kind of save?
It's a con save.
Okay.
I'm giving it disadvantage right now.
Okay. Use that precog. That is. Crit on that one. It's a 24. Does it take half or no? Okay.
No.
All right, but that one doesn't cost you key points either, right?
No, it
Okay,
doesn't.
that's good.
No.
That's good. All right, you're back
Took
there. Anything with a bonus?
29 damage to do it.
Mhm.
Bonus.
No, it's okay. All right, Kit, we're on to you. The beast is on deck.
Great. I'm in a ball of fog. I can't see anything, so I'm gonna try to run out of it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna run my 30 feet.
Yeah, I mean, you've done it before. You know that you can get out of it. So, what direction do you want to go? Towards, away, or to the side?
To the side,
Great.
please.
Sounds good. Sounds good. All right. So you go out. You kind of almost run into Bizdira because she's come a little ways back. And you're, okay. Well, that didn't last.
Sorry. Okay. I'm making it my personal duty to test out all of the different
Yeah, I love that.
elemental
I
types
love
of
that for
damage
you.
and seeing what happens. So I would like to cast Call Lightning, please.
Hell yeah! Call lightning. Deck save.
Yes.
Right. It's a 13.
A 13 does not save.
You all are burning these resistances because it will save, but that's 2 in 2 rounds.
All right, I'll take it. All right. So that's the halved damage is 10.
The halved damage is 10.
Mm-hmm.
So that is halved with the resistance. So you watch again, the lightning strikes, and this time the Elder Tempest, that sort of lightning sky dragon, you can see lightning sort of coruscating across these incredibly dense looking scales that appear there, almost as if the Tempest is sort of taking that part, not because it was there before, but because it was called to it. And you watch as more of its wounds are slightly healed.
And
But not
sorry,
all, right?
No, not by any stretch.
but it's healing the damage that I just did, or
Well, in this case, it's healing, I guess, some damage that Bizdira laid
Okay.
on it in the
Okay.
previous round. Yeah.
all right.
Let me get a percentile, please.
70.
70. That one. Oh! How interesting. You, Bizdira. Oh, and unfortunately, just you and Bizdira are invisible.
Okay.
For a minute or until either of you attacks or casts a spell.
Great.
All right.
So for 6 seconds.
Yeah, I mean, yes. We love to see it. All right, it is the beast's turn again, and this time it sort of turns around, and this time it pulls
Does
out.
it start its turn in the cloud of daggers still?
Oh, you know what? It does start its turn there. Yes, it does.
Okay, perfect. So do I re-roll that?
You do.
Oh. I don't know how spells work.
Said the arcane trickster. Could be worse. Could have been said the wizard.
11.
11, all right. You watch as it creates a turtle head, sort of peeks out, and a little bit of rock shell appears. And its turtle mouth enormous. I said little, but like relatively, right? Its enormous turtle maw opens, and rocks begin to fly out of its mouth in y'all's direction. So one of them is going to head in the direction of Kit, and one is going to go towards... Interesting. Bria.
Disadvantage if she's invisible.
Oh,
Oh,
one is going to
yeah.
go to Kit, and one is going to go to Flick.
But I'm invisible too.
One is going to go to Bria, and one is going to go to Flick. Are you two
Hooray!
visible?
Yeah, we are visible.
Sorry,
Great.
guys.
We're the other two.
Incredible.
You said dex save?
I did not. I
Oh.
said I'm going to roll an attack.
Sure, absolutely.
I didn't actually say that. So against Flick, it's a 30 to hit.
That'll hit.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's a 29.
That'll still hit.
Okay. Bria, against you, it is a 26 to hit.
That hits.
All right. All right, Flick, you get smacked with this rock, which almost seems composed as much of magic as it does of actual stone. And you are going to take 51 points of force damage. And Bria, you take... Also 51. Oh, that's weird. Also 51 points of force damage, which
And
you
I will
can
use uncanny dodge.
Yes, so you take 25. You roll with that rock, and you only take 25. That is the beast's turn, which brings us to Bria. Flick is on deck.
Okay, and I'm sorry that I have to ask this question,
It's okay.
but with a concentration spell, I either have to drop it to attack.
No. You need to make a Constitution saving throw. The DC for 25 damage is 12.
I did not save.
Okay, so the cloud of daggers disappears.
Okay, which is fine because I wanted to do something else. Anyways,
Great.
so I am gonna run up and I am gonna use the Frost brand short sword.
Oh, yeah. Forgot about that thing. All right, roll that attack roll.
While I do that though, I'm gonna use my mage hand with. I guess I have to use Flick since the other two are invisible to distract the beast.
Okay, and
Is
you can
how
do that.
works?
You can do that with a bonus action. Is that mage hand? Is that a feature of yours?
Yes.
Okay. Then
Yep.
yes, let's do it.
Okay, so it is a 24 to hit,
24 hits.
and that means I get my sneak damage, right?
You had advantage,
Because
so
I
yes, it
distracted
does. Yes, it does. Very nice.
I need to start rolling digitally.
And how does this damage? What kind of damage is this?
This is magical piercing, and then it's going to be an additional cold.
Okay, so split them out, but good to know. How you feeling?
I know what I'm
He's
doing.
just shaking his head at me.
I
love
don't
it.
know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
We're getting there, y'all. We're making it through. We're getting there. You all have. You've done.
Highly
I'm
concentrated.
not going to tell you how much damage it has right now, but like you've done damage.
Mhm.
We've done like 3 points of damage.
No, you've done much more.
We've
You've
done
done
much
more
It's
than that.
healing
Yeah,
itself.
it's healing
Yeah,
itself.
but only by little tiny bits every time.
How tiny?
So that's
Your damage is
34
big.
magical piercing.
34 magical piercing. Okay.
Wow.
Correct. And then 5 cold damage.
5 cold. Okay, which of course is halved to 2, and you watch as the wound that you caused, a tiny fraction of it, seals up as the water leviathan takes shape where your Frostbrand plunged in, but just a little
Okay.
itty bitty bit of it.
Okay.
That was your action. Bonus action. You gonna move at all? You're up next to it, and I think you were still a ways away, so I don't know that you have any move left.
No. I'm
Okay.
good.
All right, Flick, we're up to you. Biz, you're on deck.
All right. I'm actually going to harness the magic of the solstice and use 2 of our given
Oh.
solstice points. Have
Okay,
we talked
so
about
you
that yet?
know, well, we haven't really. We talked about how you could see magic, but we haven't described it since then. So, Flick, you can, all of you, as you cast these spells, you see little threads of magic appear that you, whether you're consciously manipulating them or not, the spell casting forms them into your spells. But Flick, you're the first one to take hold of those threads and force them to reshape. Tell us what's happening.
Well, he's gonna harken back to that feeling that he had earlier today about quickening his spells, and he's gonna use 2 of those points to to cast Sickening Radiance at the beast.
Yeah, I love
so
that.
we'll pick a point over there that it is already in,
Okay.
and when on your turn you have to make a con save.
Okay, remember that.
That's-
It's coming
yes.
up. Anything else on your...
So that, I just use that as a bonus action. So
Oh, right.
then I'm going to fly 50 feet back and then try to hit this thing again with 2
with 2 more
longbow
shots.
attacks.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
That doesn't hit.
Okay.
That doesn't hit.
Listen, we got.
I'm
arrows
trying to
flying.
find
It's
its
very-
HP. I'm trying to
it's
find its HP.
very
Or it's-
intimidating. PC,
whatever.
yeah. At the end of your turn, it takes some umbrage with this little creature that has stabbed the shit out of it. So Bria, it lifts up in the air and slams back down, trying to crush you. And that is a 17 to hit you.
That ties.
Okay. So as it comes down, an enormous shockwave of thunder rings out, and you take 22 thunder damage.
How close am I to
Okay.
Bria?
She is up there, and you were 60 back, so 60 from Bria.
I will also uncanny dodge that.
Because you just had your turn, so yes, you can use that again right now. Yes. All right, that brings us to Biz.
Okay. Well, I mean, I'm not going to use my burning hands because I know it's going to happen. But do we want to test that? Okay. Fine.
Yeah.
Fine.
For
All
the
right.
sake of
For the
being
sake of
completionist,
everything.
Science.
let's do it.
All right. So Biz is going to run up, and
Yeah.
she's going to run up next to Rhea.
Okay.
And so she's going to run up, and she's going to punch, key point, 2 key point, burning hands. So
Right.
let's see.
Let's do the punches.
19.
That one misses.
That one definitely misses.
All right, but now it's a dex save for burning hands.
Now it's a dex save.
Okay. Okay. Oh, it crit failed. So it gets something, and then it chooses to succeed. But hey, like I said, you're burning them. All right, roll that damage.
Oh, for the burning hands.
It
Yeah.
still gets half,
I
no?
believe it is 2d6, 3d6, 3d6, I think.
2.
Okay. It is 3. I'm getting the word from story consultant Robert that it is 3. So we'll take 3. Thank you,
3d6.
Robert.
Thank you, story consultant Robert. You're gonna
13.
make me
Yeah, I'm
do
gonna
the
do
math.
it.
Thank you.
13.
13 fire damage.
Which is half to 6 because it made the save, half to 3 again. This time you see the phoenix, the firebird, come out in that spot and absorb that little bit of damage. That brings us around then to... Oh, anything else? No, that was action, bonus action move. That brings us around to Kit then.
Alrighty, so first of all, I would like to use my action to call the lightning once again.
Okay.
Because
Oh, yeah,
the
no new
is
spell.
no new spell, same
Right.
spell.
Dex save.
Yes.
That one is a 19 to save.
Ooh, a 19 does save.
Okay.
Unfortunately for me. But it'll take half.
Okay. Give me that half. Ah! Oh no.
I'm just gonna have to collect all my dice that have fallen. on the
Yeah,
floor.
that's fine. Part of rolling real dice.
All right. So it's 22, so 11. And then
11
halved again.
halved again to 5. All right, and you see the Tempest grab that energy and use it to heal itself a little.
Great. And for my bonus action, Flick, how far are you from me?
But back, I would say maybe 30 or 40 feet, right?
Okay.
Because I retreated a little bit.
Okay, but you're within 60 feet of me.
Yeah.
I will use my bonus action to cast a healing spirit. Oh,
Okay.
Wait, no,
No,
never
that
mind.
would- yeah.
No,
Yeah.
'cause- oh
Next
no,
time.
I'll do a healing word. You can have a little bit of
thank
healing.
you.
There you go. There you go. You roll up that healing for us, and I'm going to go ahead and be at the end of your turn. Yeah.
I hate to bring this up, but I cast a spell.
You did cast a spell. Roll percentile.
52.
52. Oh, this little spectral shield hovers next to you for the next minute. You have +2 to your AC.
Fuck yeah.
It is now the beast's at the end of Kit's turn. Go ahead.
I also just did a spell.
Oh, healing word. Do it. Yeah, you all are the best. Roll that percentile. I should give it inspiration.
Fucking use my inspiration.
I mean, yes.
Oh my gosh. Didn't I keep rolling the same things? Didn't I just roll a 90? Did I just make it up in my brain that I just rolled a
Oh
90?
yeah. Anybody who was invisible goes invisible. Oh no. Oh
was
shit. It's
70.
different this
So,
time.
I'm
This-
invisible again.
You are invisible again. Yes, absolutely right.
That was 70.
Nope, I got it right here. So the beasts at the end of Kit's turn, the beast begins to make a really strange noise, and all
Constitution save. for the beast.
Constitution save. Yes, it's not its turn yet. This is a
Oh,
legendary
I'm so
action.
sorry.
That's okay. It begins to make a strange noise, and all of a sudden, out of nowhere, centered just off of it, engulfing all of you, appears a polar vortex. I need all of you to make Constitution saving throws, please.
Brr, it's cold in here.
Bizdira, what'd you get?
10.
Okay, Flick.
17.
Kit.
16.
The way that I struggle with these names.
Mhm.
Bria.
9.
Bizdira and Bria, you are so cold in your bones, and you both gain 1 level of exhaustion.
All right. Good to know.
Now it is the top of the beast's turn, and it makes a
Constitution.
Constitution save. Oh, 27.
That does save. Let me check to see if it takes half.
Okay, you let me know, and as you check that, the first thing that it's going to do is it is going to turn again towards Bria, and this time it is going to extend those enormous fiery wings and just sort of beat them in Bria's direction. Bria, does a 23 hit you?
Sure does.
All right. That is gonna do...
I have a question when you're ready.
Yep, 18 fire damage. Flick, what was the damage from whatever you did?
It does not take half.
It does not take half. Okay, and Bizdira, what's up?
Was that a spell that I cast?
No. And then it is going to create that turtle mouth again and spew another rock, this time at Bizdira. Bizdira does a dirty 20 hit ya.
What the fuck do you think?
Well. Fair enough. 12, 15, 22, 26, 27, 28, 38 force damage, Bizdira.
Okay, that turtle needs to go.
Yeah.
Bizdira, you're a monk, right?
Evasion.
No. It just shot something at you, like a missile or
different
something.
missile. Fuck. Thank you.
I've seen so many things on Twitter in the last few weeks about like, shoot shit at your monks, let them be cool. So I'm shooting shit at
There
a
you
monk.
go.
When you take damage, is reduced by 1d10.
Mm-hmm. So it reduced by 20. What did I just say? Anybody?
Thank you. You're the best.
What did you
How much
just-
damage did I just say?
You said 38.
38. Great. So 18 instead. There you go. As you just sort of roll, you don't catch it, right? But you grab it and sort of roll around.
I
with
have it highlighted.
I see that. That brings us to Bria, as the beast has completed its turn this round.
I was quite happy with that damage that I did prior, so I'm gonna do exactly the same thing that I did before.
Okay.
So I'm gonna use Flick as my distraction, and I'm gonna try to hit.
Okay.
Happy to help.
Let's see it happen.
And I am gonna use a lucky to try to hit again,
Yep, absolutely. Got him left. Use him. Use him if you got him.
and it was worse.
Okay.
So I'm gonna do it one more time. That's
Okay.
what we're here for.
All right.
That's a 22.
22 does not hit.
All right. So I cry a little bit.
Sure.
And then I am going to just back myself up, and I'm
Okay.
gonna hide.
As a bonus action, sure. There's plenty of stuff to block your view. Interesting. Go ahead and make a stealth check.
uh, 24.
Okay, and I'm also gonna say, right, you wherever you are, you're giving yourself half cover. So even if it does know where you are, you've got at least half cover because you're behind something. Otherwise, how are you hiding? All right, that brings us to the creature taking a legendary action, and it is going to turn to actually.
I'm invisible.
Yep. That's why I stopped myself. So it's gonna turn to Bizdira. No, it's gonna turn to Flick, and it's gonna spit a rocket Flick.
God, I love when it spits rocks.
Flick, that's a 25 to hit.
It does hit.
Yeah, and it's gonna hit you with a rock and do 22, 29, 37, 47, 57 force
I
damage.
think that we established I was within 30 feet of my friend Flick, correct?
I believe that's true.
So I would like to use my fancy tier 2 power from my warding key.
Uh-huh.
And I have now a protective bubble that just kind of like floats around with me.
Ooh.
But as a reaction, I can extend it to one of my friends.
Okay.
And so I would like to reduce the damage that Flick is going to take. And I'm going to give him 50 points of healing.
Right. You're gonna negate 50
Negate
of
50,
that. Okay.
yeah.
So I take 7
So you
total.
take 7 total, and
Which
you
is-
reduce that barrier by 50. I think he's got 70 total, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Great.
It's good. It was going to take me down.
Okay. We're getting there. All right. That does excellent work, Kit. Thank you, and a fun new ability. That brings us to Flick.
As a bonus action, I'm going to send a bardic inspiration over to my friend Bizdira.
Okay.
And
love
then
to see that.
I'm going to cast a new spell while maintaining concentration on my other spell called Synaptic Static. And so I need I'm going to point over at the beast,
Mhm.
and I need it to make an intelligence save.
Oh yes. The first thing you should do, because you have what spell do you have currently concentrating?
Sickening Radiance.
Oh, right. But you're about to cast another concentration anyway, right?
This is not concentration.
Oh, then I need you to make a concentration check because you just took damage. DC 10.
Well, yes, you're correct.
You
And I
have
get advantage.
yes, because you got Warcaster.
That's right. That is a 21.
Okay, that's good enough. And now go ahead and take your turn, or do the rest. You're casting what?
I am casting Synaptic Static.
Oh yes, I believe that's either an I think it's an
An
intelligence.
intelligence save.
Save.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. That is a 15.
15 does not save.
Okay, but it does.
So, all right. So you're saving automatically.
That's what I'm trying to track.
How many are we up to?
I
That should
think
be
we have
3,
gotten to
4.
3. I think this is number 4.
Correct.
It'll still take half on.
Okay, great.
So 24 half to 12.
Okay, then psychic
damage.
Okay,
yes.
24 half to 12 psychic. All right, and then will you please roll percentile?
Absolutely. I would love nothing more than to roll percentile for you. 32.
32.
I'm so sorry.
Flick is gone.
It's a 39.
Okay, Flick is not gone. Oh, that's probably good. I'm really disappointed because that was funny.
Well, we know what 32.
Flick,
kind of
you
does.
feel a little better and you regain 9 hit points.
Thank everyone.
Hooray!
And then it's going to take a legendary action and spit a rock at you.
Great.
Louise.
Ooh, that might miss. The 16 hit you?
It does not.
Great, it misses.
How exciting.
Next up is Biz.
Wow.
Is all right. Awesome.
I'm live.
am stressed out. Okay.
Okay.
Your poor voice.
We're so close. What are we doing?
Okay. She is going to just fucking wail on this thing. She's gonna kick it. She's gonna punch it.
Yeah, do it. Wail on it.
No.
You're warming up. It was a 3 on the die. Okay.
No.
9 on the die. We're getting better.
No.
Yeah, I don't know. That one was improving. Give it
No.
a chance.
No.
All right.
No.
Okay.
All right. That's a 24 to hit.
It's a 26 to hit, and that hits.
20,
That's an 18, right?
No, that's a 16.
Oh, then it was a 20.
It's a 60.
Then
It's
it's
a
a 24. You're right. Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
And then key point.
Yeah, you hit. No, that one misses.
Yeah, I'm not gonna use my bardic. You know what? I'm gonna use my bardic inspiration for the damage.
Can you, with yours? I don't remember.
Yeah.
You're a Valor Bard, right? So
Mhm.
yes,
Yeah.
you can absolutely do the thing.
That is gonna be 9 points of. I'm sorry. 12 points
12.
of pow pow.
All right. We get a couple of good strikes in at the end of your turn. It spits another rocket flick.
Here we
Really
go.
Takes offense to flick. 23 to hit.
It does.
Yeah. And flick. This does. $42, 52 points of force damage.
I'm gonna negate some of that.
Yeah.
Let's negate. Oh gosh, 10 of it for now. And I'll.
Oh, does that take a reaction to do?
Oh yes, it did.
Okay.
It's the same round. So I
Yeah,
can't do
same
that.
round. Haven't had your turn.
Mhm.
So 50, whatever I said.
52.
Yeah.
I'm still up.
Okay, love to hear it. Now we are on to Kit, so now it's going to recharge after this.
All right, so I think I'm getting like pretty annoyed that I keep doing nothing with these little lightning
so
strikes,
excited.
which is very annoying.
Fair enough.
So I'm going to run 30 feet towards it,
Ooh.
and then since I'm not quite close enough to do what I really wanted to do, in the meantime, we're going to cast a 5th level moonbeam.
Ooh, we love to see it. All right, on
Oh.
its turn, it will make a Constitution saving throw. Right at the top of its turn, I believe.
Let me double check.
All right.
Which means you'll have to make 2. 1 from you.
Yes,
One for
because
her.
you made your concentration check. That's right.
Yes, when a creature enters the spell's area for the first time or on a turn, or starts its turn.
then it happens now. All right, so we get one right off the
Alrighty.
bat.
Um,
Constitution.
I need.
Oh, it's a 10.
That does not save.
It does save, but you see something. You see a sort of one of the many magical barriers begin to fall around it.
Hmm.
Okay, so. Sorry, I just have to make a note.
And Flick, you need to make another concentration check for the 52 damage that you just took, which is going to be a DC 16. Sorry, DC 26.
DC 26.
It is half the damage that you took, and you took 52 damage.
Fuck.
I don't save.
Okay, so Sickening Radiance is down.
It's not Sickening Radiance.
Oh,
it's
sorry, it's the other one.
the
Yeah,
other
yeah.
spell.
I can't keep track. How'd
Oh
we
my
do?
god. I rolled
Oh no.
4 10s and a 1.
Okay, so 41.
I just can't believe I rolled 4 10s.
It's incredible.
It's
I'm so
shocking.
proud of
It's
you.
about
I
fucking
wish
time.
it hadn't
I
chosen
mean,
to.
sure.
save
So
all
that's
that.
41 radiant damage. Half to 20 is still a lot of radiant damage, I gotta say.
Mhm.
Well done. All right. That brings us. Anything else, Kit?
No.
Okay, that brings us to the beast, and the beast has had enough. It begins to shift its enormous form, and this time somehow that turtle head that appears is yet larger and wider somehow. And this time when it opens up its maw, it spews a 90-foot cube of debris. I need all of you to make strength saving throws.
We're great at strength. It's fine.
This is a joke. I'm giving myself advantage.
Yeah, that feels right. Bizdira.
11.
Okay. Bria.
This is a joke.
1.
Kit.
You know what? I'm going to use my inspiration.
Do it!
Watch, it's going to be.
I'm gonna give
worse.
you inspiration for remembering to use your inspiration.
Hooray!
Yeah, you can use
I
yours.
bet this is still not enough. A 14.
That is not. Flick.
That's a 9.
A 9 is not enough. Bizdira.
Okay. I use my inspiration.
Yeah.
And it's a 26.
Oh, Bizdira saves. I think she still takes half damage. All of the rest of you. Okay, let's see. Everybody takes. All of you take, except for Bizdira, all of you take 28 bludgeoning damage and are knocked prone. Flick, you are knocked out of the sky. And as
he's unconscious.
Okay, I won't roll your falling damage. Bizdira, you take half that damage. So
It's 28.
So
It's
14, and you are not knocked prone. This is not a
not a
missile
deflect
attack.
missile, okay.
Yeah. Bria, did you have a question? No. Okay. All right. Flick is down, and that's where we're gonna leave it for this week.
Retreat.
Thanks so much for listening to this week's episode of The Last Refuge. Be sure to listen next week to find out how they pick up their pieces, lick their wounds, and decide what to do next. You can reach out to the TLR team by leaving us a podcast review or by dropping us a line on Twitter and Instagram at DND Last Refuge. That's at D, the letter N, D Last Refuge. And if you've got more than 280 characters to say to us, you can also email us at dndlastrefuge@gmail.com. Remember that you can catch the premieres of these videos live every Wednesday at twitch.tv/DMJazzyhands. I will be there. Various members of the company will be there, so we'll be hanging out with you in chat and watching along with you. If you can't make those Wednesday premieres, that is okay. Videos will be uploaded to YouTube, and podcast audio will be dropping as normal on Thursdays, so you can check it out there. As always, I want to thank Robert Hupp, my story consultant for this campaign, and of course, all of you for listening and watching. I'm your friendly neighborhood dungeon master, DM Jazzy Hands, and with me I have...
Bizdira. Kid.
Bria.
And Flick.
Happy gaming, y'all. She'll be back. Hi, everybody. Oh, I just muted you. There we go. She'll be back. Hi, everybody. 7 is correct. I'm not sorry to have ended on that note. But yeah. And the worst thing is,
did anyway.
I did anyway. And the worst thing about it is that, the worst thing about it is that you all now have to wait a whole week to find out what happens next. These folks had been used to recording, 10-minute break, and then recording and finding out. So when there were cliffhangers at the end of episodes earlier in the ceiling, they only had to wait 10 minutes to find out what happened next. But this was the last. Oh, Robert's back. This was the last session of day 1, and so they had to wait all night until we came back the next morning. I'm bringing you on, Robert.
Great.
Hi, Tanya.
There you go. I am. So they had to wait all night until the next day and try to get some sleep because we were all exhausted with that little cliffhanger fallen down. Yay. Oh, I should change mine so you all can see me, huh? There we go.
Hey, you two. I haven't seen you yet today. Hi.
Hi.
So what, chat, what did everybody think? Y'all up here with me. Where do we want to start?
Wow.
I feel like you can see where we were by the end of that episode. We were just like kind of a little bit cross-eyed, a little bit didn't know what to do with our hands,
Oh, this is what Sundu was asking about. I need to fix my camera so that it focuses on this properly because it's too pretty to be. Okay.
Oh, yes.
There it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Our beautiful.
These are our beautiful, and you can see, oh, well, it's too close there, but they've etched our symbol in. These are custom made by the Imperial Forge, did a set of 6 for us. And they're really pretty. But that's what you were seeing. It is not, in fact. Oh my! Now I'm blurry. It was not a. It was not a prop for the warding key. Although it kind of. This is kind of what I would imagine, except it's the wrong shape. It was Karen's life counter. What were you using it for? You were using it in part for wild shape HP at one point.
Yeah, so throughout our recording this campaign, I would use the life counter for doing my wild shape just because it was easier than like manually changing everything on D&D Beyond.
Yeah.
But then I don't remember exactly what the ability was, which was a little embarrassing. But one of the abilities for the warding key was that I had like a pool of HP that I could draw on, and I could either use it for myself or for people around me. And so I was using it just to track how much I had
That's
already
right.
used up.
I don't remember what we called it, but it's basically the Abjuration Wizard Arcane Ward. I don't remember if we called it that, but that's what it is.
But slightly better.
But slightly better. That's true.
Yeah,
that's true.
Double what the Abjuration Wizard normally gets. So.
I think that's true.
I really wish we had had more time with that key in the entire campaign. It was very new to us.
I'm glad that you didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know that's how you feel.
I did have fun captioning this episode with Alex laughing in both despair and horror, and Karen humming little ditties. Y'all, and the noises continue. I can only assume for the next several episodes. So, what else? Alex telling me my strength saving throw call was a joke.
I was like, this isn't like smacking us when we're down. Like strength is -1 even at level 13. the poor dude is just like flying up in the air because he's scared of everything on the ground.
Because his legs won't support him at this point.
Yeah, I know. Oh, the little Bambi legs.
Bambi legs.
Can walk.
So funny.
I mean, when we opened up on Flick taking that 50-point rock, I mean, it got real serious real quick. So.
Yeah.
Was that the first one? Was it like 50-something points?
51.
The first one was 51. The second one was whatever we said, 56 or something like that. Because that was the one you had to do the con save for. And that was another thing, the double take that you gave me when I said DC 26.
Oh, yeah.
It's just rude, really.
They're pretty wild, to be honest. Like, all of them are. A DC 26 for anything, my goodness. But talk about, though, it would have been lower.
Oh, yes. It should have been.
We were talking in the middle of the episode.
Yeah, that's right. It should have been actually a DC 21, which you still would have failed. But it should have been a DC 21 because Kit absorbed 10 of that 53 damage. So you actually only took 43, half of which is 21. So it should have been a DC 21, which, as I said, you still failed. So I don't feel bad.
Yeah.
And also, the look of 26, 21 is a very high number, but I don't think it would have gotten that really beautiful double take from you.
I don't think so. 26 was just, it was a little unexpected.
Yeah, a little unexpected. Yeah.
I need to step away. I'll be right back.
Go step away. That's fine.
Yeah. There's also like, over the next couple of episodes, so many different pieces of the beast, and someone asked in the chat about like
Sundew,
how
I think,
how it was created.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, obviously the elemental beast from Mordenkainen / I forget which book previously.
Mordenkainen's.
Oh, okay, that was the original.
Yeah, it was the Tome of Foes originally, and then it was the Monsters of the Multiverse, the new version.
Great.
But both of them were Mordenkainen's book.
So yeah, we definitely took some elements of that, but then over the next few episodes, you'll see it very clearly. We came up with some really fun mechanics and that were almost triggered in this combat, and we talked about with the group afterwards. And yeah, I think it's almost like a puzzle, which I really enjoyed.
Yes. The thing that I keep thinking about when people keep asking us about like a campaign book and stuff is like, there is no way to write this creature in a comprehensible stat block for another human. You would need like a 4-page spread.
So it was like,
who says it can't be 4 pages?
Yeah, that's true.
The WotC style guide, but what are you gonna do?
Well,
But also, there's no reason to stat this creature because they killed it.
Yeah, yeah.
Right?
I mean, yeah. Looking at what we did on the homebrew creature, it is like what, 3 pages, just a single stat block. It's like a huge stat block.
3
humongous-
pages.
3-page. Can you imagine opening up an adventure of any kind and seeing that one creature, whether it be the big bad or not, is 4 pages worth of information
Yeah.
in
yeah.
a book that's like, yay.
Mm.
Terrible. But still an interesting endeavor for a DM. I don't see why we couldn't do it. I don't see why it can't be 4 pages.
Are you suggesting we should do that campaign book immediately? That's what I'm hearing. Are you volunteering?
I
to help?
didn't say anything about. I said nothing about immediately.
It sounds like
said
Alex wants
nothing about
to
immediately.
write the monster section of the campaign book. Go ahead, Yo.
You know what? I did come up with Sophia Lurk. I did come up with Sophia.
You did come up with Sophie Lurk? Yes, that's true.
I feel like there were more other monsters.
There were
It
more,
was
but I
mostly
don't
names,
remember.
though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was mostly names for folks.
I mean, you'll have to eventually put the stats for your little plant creature that Kit awoke.
Oh yeah,
Your little broom.
forgetting
your little
friend.
shrub that doesn't that only likes
you. Follow
you.
me around. Yeah.
The stat chapter, exactly right,
liked the
Sundu.
they liked the music. Clearly, I
Yeah.
think it was probably the flute. You
Yeah,
know.
I mean,
Probably.
the real hero of this last battle was. Did you ever name your shrub creature? Because it stood in front of you and protected you from that final rock, maybe.
Oh, is that how you imagine the arcane ward? That's horrible. It's Kit just holding up various creatures to deflect damage.
Oh,
No,
it would
no,
never.
Oh, that's
It
why
would
it's so wild.
never.
Oh no.
I do
Oh
like the
no.
image, though.
Yeah, it's a great image.
I do
It's
like
pretty
the
funny.
image. What else did we run into this episode that was pretty interesting?
I mean, Lydia
Well,
getting upset
I love-
every turn
Yeah,
because
yeah,
she.
yeah.
I
mean,
mean, what did I miss? Just
Lydia
a lot of
also-
disappointment.
She's so mad. She said fuck so many times. Lydia also what, Robert?
Well, it was Lydia realizing that the only reason it
Oh,
was
yeah.
incredibly difficult for Lydia / for Bizdira
Yeah.
was because of what happened in a prior episode.
Yeah.
I mean, it's both like obviously we empathize with our characters, but narratively it was so rich.
It
that,
was
like,
beautiful.
I
Yeah.
really enjoyed that realization. when it
Yeah.
happened.
It hit her real good too. That I think that might have was her first fuck of the episode. Was realizing.
This is marked explicit, right?
Oh yeah. Oh please. All of my
Okay.
streams are.
I'm like, good.
Oh yeah.
I did
Ain't
put
no
fudge
trusting
in
it.
the chat.
You did put fudge in the chat, which I thought was very funny. But no, it's fine. Yeah. Oof. Yeah.
Poor
And
thing.
it still had a high
I
AC,
love-
but if Glorp Bizdir had succeeded, it would have been significantly lower.
Oh, Glorp Bizira ruining
Oh.
everything.
Always though, Glorp Bizdira cannot be trusted no matter what the context.
It's true. It's true.
Well, I don't know. She's been useful sometimes. Like she was useful in that the demonstration of the glorp bombs.
Oh, well, that was Sniv though, wasn't it? That got blown up.
Yes, it
I
was.
think so.
Sniv was
Oh,
the
it
one who was
was?
implanted. She might have been there and gotten blown up, but Glorp Sniv was the one who was implanted with the delayed blast fireball.
I feel like there were
Yeah.
also some glorp. I almost said Lydia's glorp.
Glorp
Lydia.
Well,
Yeah.
well, wouldn't it? Isn't it? It's a key power that allows it to create. That allows the All Glorp to create these bombs. So would he
It's
or they have
evocation,
been
I think.
able to create
It
a
was
Sniv and a Bizdira?
no, it was the yearly one, so they used this year's to demonstrate to you because all the other ones were, packed away.
Tucked away.
Packed away.
It's had that key for a
Really
long
interesting.
time to have sent that many glort bombs with you all. Also,
Yeah. Yeah.
Wait, Sundu's
Yeah?
comment about final boss fight potted plant moment.
Listen,
think-
that would've been
there's
so
so
good.
many good things that could happen, and I will just say that some of them do. That's all I'll say.
Yeah.
We were very
Um,
intentional.
Seven will
as,
be personally offended.
The designers of
Well-
the monster to make sure it didn't cast spells, so we didn't have to.
Correct.
Worry about them.
Correct. Which Lydia discovered in that
Right.
moment. She was like, "Did it cast a spell last turn?" And I was like, "No, ma'am, it did not."
No.
And it was so quick too. I was like, no.
No, no, ma'am. No spells for me.
All powerful elemental beast. What kind of spells does it need to cast?
Right. Exactly.
Ice storm.
It'll just storm on
Yeah.
you.
It
It'll
just happens.
Open its
Right.
It'll
Like
open its
part
mouth
of
and spit
that.
rocks
Right.
at you instead.
Also, it would just use all these spells to heal itself, as you saw when you did. Like,
That's
oh,
true. That's
I
true.
know.
Imagine if it could do. What can I say here? Imagine if it could do little dribs of elemental damage to itself, let's say.
In terms of spells, you mean?
Yeah.
Or
Mm.
yeah. But okay, so what do we know about the beast right
No.
now? We know.
Oh,
that
this
it's
this is actually a good
AC
little. Yeah. What do you know?
What? Okay, so we know.
You know, its
that
AC
it
is
was a
higher than
21 and
21.
and a 25 hit, so it's somewhere
24
between 22 and
hits.
24.
24
Oh,
I
hits.
so
was
it's
following along with my notes.
Hilarious. That's so good.
In true Karin fashion.
Exactly right.
Absolutely.
And I actually think somebody rolls a 22 in this episode, so you know it's either a 23 or a 24 AC at this point.
Mm,
Um,
really? Okay.
you
But
know,
then we know
that,
it has at least 4 legendary actions, right? Because we counted 4.
Karin can tell you exactly
Or-
how many,
Yeah.
but I think we resolved in this episode that there are 5.
Yeah,
Because
I think we
that-
got to the 5th.
Yeah, because I
You did,
I
okay.
described the barrier breaking on the 5th one. It was the last spell that you cast, Karin, or Kit. And I was like, it does save, but one of those defensive things breaks, and so that was the last legendary resistance it had. So yes, you know, it has 5 legendary resistances, AC either 22 or 23 or 24.
And we know that the elemental immunities were downgraded to resistances because of the nodes that the 3 of us destroyed. Unfortunately,
Yeah.
because Dara didn't get
Although,
those. But
fortunately, none of you really do much poison damage. That's not really any
I
of
don't
your
think
thing.
we were planning on
Kit
doing that to
has
any
some
sort of
poison
elemental creature
spells,
anyway.
but it's a
Yeah, I
cantrip,
have
isn't
a
it?
cantrip.
Yeah.
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 like I don't think any of us. Well, that's not true. I'm not going to say that.
Yeah. So yes, that's true, but you also found out that some types of elemental damage sometimes heal it.
Mhm.
So that's confusing and may or may not ever be fully explained, to be honest.
Yeah, so those of you in chat, imagine being on air and learning all of this in real time and then having to respond to it on air.
Which is why when we went back to the Airbnb after this recording session, Robert and I did. So we will spoil for you all. I'm not going to say what it is, but I will tell you all that are here right now that next episode begins. Oh no, I don't want to spoil this.
Yeah.
Because of the way this
at
episode
all.
ended. I don't want to spoil it. Never mind.
Yeah. Well, is there a way to
Cruel.
Nah.
generalize what you're trying to say or no? Like, can we say like
I will say eventually there are things that their allies reveal to them about the beast, and they're pretty complex things that like the minds behind the assault, right? So like Octavia and the second assistant librarian or third assistant, what number was she? Second. The second assistant librarian. It came out so naturally, I figured it had to be second. So Octavia, the second assistant librarian, Liara are all watching this fight and learning and analyzing things about the beast. And so they will
watching this
eventually, they're watching the stream. So they will eventually give them more information about the beast. And we went ahead and told them some of this information when we got back to the Airbnb that night for that exact reason, Alex, because it was so big and complicated what we were telling you that we didn't want you to have to respond to like synthesize it and respond to it all in a 60-minute episode.
yeah, watch our brains go there, which you will see anyway. Like that's I mean, truly.
I don't think we necessarily helped your sleep that night because you, Karin, and well, everyone spent a little bit of time looking at various things for the
a
next
little
couple of
bit?
hours. Yeah.
I spent just
Do we wanna be
several
realistic and say
hours melting
hours?
down.
It was real
And it was,
intense
like,
in that house, y'all.
It was very almost like Survivor's social game. Like you would cut to like me and Karin over here, and then you cut to like Robert and Eugenio over there, and then we would sometimes combine forces, and then Lydia would come in, and like we would all be together, and then the three of us would go off and like have a separate conversation. It was, and we were all texting with Taryn at the same time. It was chaos, but wouldn't trade it for the world.
I'm so happy to hear that now.
What was I going to say? Oh, this tangent. But what a spinoff it would be for Octavia, Liara, and third assistant librarian. Those three gals off.
Wait,
on...
who is third assistant librarian?
Yeah.
Sorry, second. Sorry, second.
Uh-huh.
The second assistant librarian. What a spinoff that would be.
It would be a hell of a
Not
spin-off.
just, I think I want to see what those three do together in terms of like, I don't know, adventuring.
yeah.
Are they adventurers?
Who's the fourth one though? There's Liara. Liana. Liara is the character in our game.
Liara is who we were just talking about.
Stream Kitty. Oh, what's she going after?
Ooh.
She
Spooky.
has a little spring,
Oh,
obsessed
fun.
and she's chasing it everywhere.
That sounds very fun.
Go, baby.
Fun.
I love it. Oh, baby.
Who's
Yeah,
the
that
fourth?
librarian of promotion,
Oh yeah, that's what I was going to
absolutely.
ask. Who is the fourth? Is it tied?
No, Hawks. It's got to be Hawks.
Oh,
yeah.
Hawks makes more
Right.
sense.
Yeah.
But
Tide is more fun.
Tied is a
Tide is
choice.
more fun.
I mean, another
Tide
thing,
is
Alex.
the flick of the group.
Yes.
Tide is the flick of the group.
Another chapter, Alex. I think you're volunteering to write. We're coming up with this book.
This is great.
But it sounds like you're volunteering me, Robert. I don't think I'm volunteering
Oh,
for
don't worry.
anything.
I'm
And
gonna
it sounds like
volunteer
everybody is volunteering me.
Yes. It all comes back to DM Jazzy.
Oh man. Oh man.
Lordy.
Is there anything else we learned about the Beast, or we want to talk about tonight, or hilarious faces that you all made? Like every time I attacked Flick.
Every time.
I mean, the
It
last
was
thing I'll
getting on in the
say,
day.
It was
Because-
late. We were tired.
because we can't talk about it and we keep suggesting things that we're going to talk about.
I
in the
know.
future, we
It's a
can't.
nightmare. We must be awful to watch.
I absolutely love that. For me, this felt like a multi-stage boss battle in a video game, and everyone will see why. But like,
Oh yeah.
you keep
That's a
going
good
back,
way to put it.
or like
Yeah.
Elden Ring, like you keep going to a boss with a new strategy in mind because you learned something the prior time you ran into it.
Yeah.
I think that's something that doesn't happen in a lot of D&D games, because usually the big villain battle is just one and done, and it's either TPK
Yeah.
or not. But
Right.
this
That's
one
a
we
great
get-
teaser, Robert. I think that's actually
Yeah.
a great, like, that's kind of sets up the rest of the season in a nice way, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
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 Very
Great.
much.
Yeah.
I did.
You did it.
Yeah, good. Good, Robert.
Wild. Wild. Well, also, that officially marks the halfway point of our season.
Yeah.
We're halfway done.
Wow.
Yeah.
Mm,
5 more to go.
Yeah.
And then, well, other things,
And
Which
then
means
maybe,
we have
whatever.
5 more
Season
live
two.
streams and 5 more
Season two.
chances to like all be together and watch and,
Yeah.
and chat. And this is so fun. I love this.
I
so
know,
much.
I do too. I'm gonna be
Yeah.
sad about my, yeah.
I
Yeah.
told Eugenio, I was like, I call this church. I'm like, made it church.
Made it to
Here we
church.
go. Made it.
Yeah.
Uh,
Anything else to talk about tonight's episode or the season so far, since we are halfway at this point? No is okay.
I don't know. I'm
More
excited
Beast,
for the rap.
season 2, more Beast, more band practice. Fucking band practice, yo. Okay. Well, hey, thanks for coming and watching with us, y'all. I super appreciate it. Welcome into all the folks who joined us tonight. I assume that you joined us through the Idle Champions alert, and I hope you got the code. It's !code in the chat if you haven't called it. It's also right here. But welcome in, because I think a lot of you stuck around, which I super appreciate. Thank you if you've hit the follow button and joined us. We will be back next week, same time. We'll go live at 7 p.m. Eastern. We'll do a little pre-show chat, and then the episode will start at 7:30. But also, if you're around the Twitch sphere, I do also stream on Tuesdays and Thursdays some video games. We just finished Scorn yesterday. It was weird as fuck. And so we're starting something new tomorrow. I haven't decided what yet. But I'll decide before 2 p.m. tomorrow when I go live. So come hang out and check that out. And thanks for being here. I think we forgot to raid someone last week and I felt bad. So let's find somebody to raid tonight and then it's gonna hear it. Yep. Where are we going tonight? Sea of Thieves, Overwatch, Makers and Crafting. Oh, you know what? Let's go over to... What's Nick's plan? Oh, Nick's is playing Sea of Thieves. Let's go hang out with Punkle Nix. Wonderful streamer, great human. DM Jazz Raid is the emote code if you're a sub for our raid call. Otherwise, whatever hype and raid emotes you got will work. Thank you all for hanging out. Thank you three for being here tonight. I appreciate it as always. We'll see you next week. I will be back on tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern playing something. Come hang out. Sunday, 1 p.m. Eastern, episode 2 of this season, the finale season of Rivals of Waterdeep. We just started last Sunday. Very exciting. And then we'll be back next Wednesday. In the meantime, I should start this raid so that I don't make you all sit here. Raid Punkle Nix. I don't know if I spelled that right. Sure didn't. Raid Punkle Nix. There we go.
Everyone in someone else's space.
Yeah, that is pretty cool. I asked earlier about bits.
It's a little scary, but you know.
There we go. There it is. All right. We're going to go over and hang out with Nix. In the meantime, thank you all for being here. I will see you tomorrow afternoon. And then for this next week, stay safe, stay healthy, get vaccinated, boosted, and wear your masks, please. And as always, happy gaming, y'all. We'll see you later. Goodbye.
Bye, everyone. Thank you.